Hello, everyone. Welcome to Coffee and Coaching. Today, we're going to be answering questions from real people online around promotions. I hope that you enjoy this topic as much as we do. Here at HIK Trainings, we focus on helping people achieve their highest potential in this modern world. So let's go right dive in to question one. First comment, feeling stuck in my role after a promotion. What should I do next?
I've been with my company for over 7 years and was promoted a little over a year ago into a compensation analyst role. It was my first time in this kind of position, and though I didn't have formal training, I was doing fairly well. After a year, I made a few learning mistakes and was put on a 30-day development plan. I took it seriously and met expectations, aside from needing to improve email communication. But during the plan, my manager made it clear they didn't see me as a fit and kept saying they didn't want me set up to fail. After that plan, I was placed on another. The pressure's been so intense I developed stress shingles. I've been told, if at any point you feel this isn't for you, let us know. I'm doing everything I can to avoid mistakes, but it feels like I'm on a path to being PIP'd regardless. To make things worse, I can't apply for other roles internally while on this plan. I'm feeling stuck, unsupported, and unsure of my future here. What should I do next? Do I try to ride it out? Start quietly looking elsewhere? I'm open to any advice from folks who've navigated this kind of situation.
If you got promoted and you're feeling stuck in the role of promotion and you're already being put in performance improvement plans, that is the company's fault. So the company knows that at no point someone should be expected to be promoted and knowing that they're going to perform the job at 100% perfection. Everybody gets promoted, and every company and every leader should know that, yeah, you're getting promoted, but also while you get promoted, you still need development to do. And the role that you were before your promotion, you needed development help. And the new job that you have, you needed development help. And if you are not receiving that, whether because they are not asking you the right questions for you to actually let them know what you need, or you are not able to verbally tell them what you need because you don't know what you don't know, that lies more on the company and the manager that got the person promoted than on the actual person. Yes, you are responsible for performing while in that promotion, and you wanted the promotion, and you obviously want to do everything you can to do a good job, but you don't know what you don't know. So how are you expected to perform in a role if you are not getting the leadership help that you need while in that role? In our company, we have a program called Core 50 and First 100 Days because of this particular situation, right? You get promoted into a job and you're expected to have early wins right away, whether they tell you or not, and whether you know what they are or not. That's what we have coaches that help through that transition, because it's such a crucial time for people when they get promoted. Now you have the pressure to perform well, and added, imagine now you're who used to be your peers are now your employees. That has a different level of pressure. So for the person that is feeling stuck in this promotion, I'm going to give you the best advice anybody could have gave me when I was in that situation. Take the title, go somewhere else. And especially if you're being immediately put in a performance review, that means that you do not have a company that is looking to have your back 110%. And here's the sad part. Companies lose so much money. They lose so much money for promoting people and then putting them in performance reviews. And you know what that does for the self-esteem of all the employees, seeing how this person got promoted and then got put in a performance review? That means that it's just going to happen to them as well. So please, take the time to really coach. And if your HR team is not the only person responsible for that coaching, right? We are also responsible for that coaching, the leaders that are there that just got that person promoted. And if they don't have time, hire an outside company that does coaching to help you out. There's plenty of us out there. Please do it. Don't do this to your employees. It's terrible. Second question. My boss said I have no leadership qualities because I'm quiet.
I've been the one behind the scenes organizing every campaign, training the new hires, fixing mistakes before they turn into chaos. But because I don't speak the loudest in meetings, my boss said I lack leadership presence. Meanwhile, the guy who talks in circles and interrupts everyone just got promoted. I'm not saying I need a spotlight, I just want to be recognized for what I actually do. Why is leadership always based on who talks the most, not who holds everything together when it matters?
That's an interesting one. That one hurt. I need to be able to get this managers to do an interview because it's incredible the things that you hear. And these are real people. And I have heard some of this before. So it's not like, oh my God, that's probably crazy. No, this really happens. I'm an introvert. I'm talking in front of the camera because my team makes me. No, I'm joking. But yeah, I am an introvert and I really enjoy just working with people. But I very much gain energy back by being secluded, separated, and just like being to myself. I am more quiet than the average person, and I prefer not speaking. I am a leader and I speak up and I am direct and I do all the things that a leader needs to do, and I'm kind and I'm caring, and it is possible. Whoever said this to you needs to be removed their leader badge immediately. You are not ready for leadership because you're quiet. Now, if you have not been able to speak up about what you stand for in a room full of people, that might be a skill that you might need for leadership. But that has absolutely nothing to do with the fact that you're a quiet person. Being quiet is one of my, I believe, super strengths because it allows me to take my time and regulate before I speak, which is an important quality when you're a leader. So many of the leaders I know, one of the best leaders I've known actually, he's extremely introverted. 1 to 34, his communication number 34, mine communication number 28. And I know amazing leaders that their communication number 1. And this is in the terms of Gallup Strength Finders. So their natural born talents are these. You can be an amazing leader and be exactly who you are. My recommendation for you, you can stay in the company, go to another leader, go to a different leader, or ask him specifically, what do you mean by me being quiet? Give me specific examples on where me being a quiet leader does not work, and bring specific examples of famous and known leaders that are introverted in nature. Satya Nadella, he is a quiet guy. He is the CEO of Microsoft. Ask him if that has had any problem with his leadership, and then for him to give you specific examples of what they mean. My gut tells me that they're probably very highly biased, if that's their belief. And if you feel any level like you're getting, like it's not going anywhere, this conversation, find a different team, find a different company. You guys don't have to stay there. You don't have to take it. It's not worth it. And if you need help with that, call us. Questioning my leadership approach. Woo, this happens often. Okay, let's dive in.
I work in a leadership role where most of my peers are experienced in the technical aspects of our work. Last year, I was told to focus on leadership rather than the hands-on tasks. But in a recent meeting, my manager praised someone who is both leading and working directly with a limited team. It felt like a subtle message to me. I've worked my way up from an entry-level role to managing a large team, and I try my best to support them. When I ask for guidance from my direct leader, I'm often just reassured that I'm a capable leader, but I still question if I'm doing enough. I even offered to learn the technical side to better assist my team, but I'm not sure if that's the right approach. How should I handle this situation? Should I take that comment as a sign to change my approach? Or is it time to look for another opportunity? For context, this is my 4th in leadership role. Any advice or mentorship would be greatly appreciated.
I had this leader that once told me, you cannot teach what you don't know, and you cannot lead what you don't know. And that was a very key moment for me because I am also a leader that likes to let her team be experts and figure it out. But there is different levels of leadership. Situational leadership is one of the best tools ever created to men. And there's the S1, which is a very direct approach of leadership, very hands-on. There's the S2, which is the more teaching. There is S3, which is more supportive. And then the S4, which is much more delegating style. You need to meet your team at where they are. And in this particular theory and model suggests that not every employee is going to be at a S2, S3, and S4 level. Here's the other important thing. These different leadership styles have to be applied depending on the task, not on the entire week. So you might have an amazing employee that is incredible at submitting their expense report on time, but has no presentation skills. So you're going to have to go S1, S2 on that employee on their presentation skills while being completely delegating when it comes to doing their expense reports. Your style is your style. Every leader hangs in a particular box of the situational leadership model. I hang on the S3 all the time. I'm a very supportive leader. I'm here, you need me. But I also understand that I have some employees that need much more hands-on approach. And I book those times because those are the ones that are not natural to me, that I need the most work with. What I will tell to that manager, if you want to continue to work there, is like, hey, how can I show you that I lead situationally? Let me show you I was reading situational leadership and I learned this and that. this is the examples on how I use this for Tito, this is how I use this for Maria. You give them examples on how you lead situationally, so the question mark gets removed. Second, you mentioned that they praise other employees. This is a big thing that I always teach people that I coach. Stop paying attention to who gets praised, and stop paying attention to what they do versus what you do. That's a game you never win, the comparison game. He might be praising them in front of you. You don't know if they're being coached behind closed doors, and you don't know anything about it. So that could very much happen. This is a very exciting topic for me. We have plenty of products and coaching dedicated to help people get promoted, dedicated to help people learn the skills that they need to get to the next level. And I am super excited to hear your comments and your thoughts on this. Thank you so much for your time today. I hope that answered your question. Excited to see the next ones. Talk soon.